This is SoundBite Video, and I'm bringing video to the forefront, along with my radio segment on SoundBite, along with the blog SoundBite on full5mediagroup.org. This is more of talking about some of the things that are going on daily, the things that I'm hearing, the things that I want to speak about, that talk about marketing. My head is wired for seeing certain things, and how people are marketing. For instance, I was watching The View. Actually, I walked into a room and The View was on, and I'm looking at the new panel, the new set. The new set is very girly, but the new panel is totally a really good marketing ploy. With Rosie Perez representing the Hispanic women, Rosie O'Donnell representing the gay lifestyle and the lesbian community. Of course, Whoopi Goldberg is still there, representing the black community. And then there's a white woman. I don't know who she is. I need to research that and get back. But she's representing the Caucasian community. And so they have everybody represented there, in a sense, except for the Asian community. But you're going to get that on the talk. So they are... But that buying power, actually, the gay community has a very high buying power. The black community does, and the Hispanic is definitely growing. They're like pretty much neck and neck in terms of what the marketing surveys say about the black community and their consumer dollars. So with the Hispanic community being the second and soon to be the first in terms of consumer dollars in America, she's represented. And I believe Perez, she probably speaks Spanish, so that's also going to help in creating commercial advertisements that speak to the Spanish or the bilingual community, so that helps. I really feel that if you are of a Hispanic culture, that you should really know your native tongue, because that community here in America and then South America, Brazil, where there's Spanish-speaking people there, is going to be key, because that global community is really what's on the rise, if you read any of the stats that are going on. So The View and the people that are around The View, or the ABC or whoever their marketing department is, bravo, 100%, A+, basically, is my grade for that. When I turned it on, I mean, as soon as I saw the panel, all I can do, first of all, Perez, I haven't seen her in a minute, and it's good to see her back out doing her thing. I will say I have a heart for her, so I'm glad to see her, but, you know, in this capacity, and I'm actually going to tune in, because really the dollar of the woman as well, being on the uprise since 2007 in corporate arena, and being the gatekeeper to a lot of the checks that are being written and decisions that are being made for companies, is key as well. So women being on the rise, well, it's part of the change in the age that we're moving into. So it's a part of what's to come, and if you know what's to come, then you're going to build your company around those elements. Women, the diversity of America, and the uprise and the empowerment of the Asian and Hispanic community, as well as the African community, not African American, but the African community. There's a big interest in Africa for many reasons, not just because of the resources there, but the growing businesses and the dynamics. A lot of women now are empowering women in Africa. So women are definitely a force to be reckoned with, and they always have been, but finally they're being recognized, to be included in on the talks, to be included in on the discussions and the plans of what happens with the family. You saw car dealerships doing it years ago, maybe around 2009. You saw women in the car commercials, driving the cars, because they are the decision makers. They are quite a few single moms out there You know, especially when you have men going to war, we are now in a war, but and so men coming back really can't are not the women are the breadwinners. Let's just say, even in those households of the military, and you have to think because they are taking care of their husbands who are wounded or who have mental illnesses from coming back. So back in the 50s, I think in the 40s, you know, the times whenever we came back from World War One and World War Two, you know, looking at that demographics, you know, the whole Rosie the Riveter. Or Rosie the Riveter, whatever. That's when women really started taking charge in a little bit, and then you had the women's movement. But you know, war does place women in the position of being empowered in the home or being the power player in the home, and you have to address that because now the men coming back are being taken care of their wives, and the wives are taking, of course, care of the children that exist in the household. So make sure you check us out. I'm not sure if this is going to be daily yet or weekly. Whenever I have something to say, I'm still working it out. It's a part of the thinking plan. This is straight off the cuff. And I'll be honest, I'm a very honest and transparent person. We all grow. We're all human. So check this out on Full 5 Media Group's YouTube page. So YouTube at Full 5 Media Group. All right, and just check me out. This is SoundBite video.